sweetness, really tender meat. It's just like a flavor bomb.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. All electronic devices needs to be powered off. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to another video here in Playa del Carmen. Today, we wanted to make a video to show you some of the best tacos in Playa del Carmen, as well as the cheapest tacos. Now, we're only going to go to one place, and it's the famous Fogon. It's very popular amongst locals and tourists because the tacos are very good and very cheap. Now it's very loud out here on the street, but we're gonna go into there, try some tacos, show you what there is, give you the prices, and the whole rundown on how it is. So let's head in there now.
So at El Fogon, we have 3 different kinds of salsa or sauces. We have like a guacamole or a green sauce. We have a red sauce. We have what I think is a pico de gallo. So we got onion, cilantro, and tomatoes. They give you like a side of cactus, which is also called, what again? Papayas. It's very yummy. So I got the El Pastor tacos. It's like the most traditional. It's pork, and you can see it's marinated with special seasoning. But there is some cilantro, onions, and you can see like a little sliver of pineapple.
Alright, so I got my 2 tacos here. I got 2 El Pastor con queso tacos. So this is the porkish meat with cheese, and there's a pineapple in there with some cilantro and onion. I also got chorizo, 2 of them, with cheese and onion and cilantro.
So from what I've read online about El Pastor, it's very similar in the way that Middle Eastern countries cook their street food meat. Kind of like how in Turkey, the durums or like a kebab. The reason for that is because Lebanese immigrants came to Mexico and they brought that cooking method with them. Here's the first bite of the pastor. Very good, very fresh. The meat, you can tell, has been marinating for a really long time, and there's special seasoning. I'm not sure what seasoning it is, but it's very good. The onions provide a nice crunch and a bit of freshness to it. Now let's try it with the pineapple. That pineapple really adds like a nice sweetness to it. It's so hard to describe in words because it's so good.
Alright, so I have the El Pastor con queso. I think it is a flour tortilla. Now, let's give this a go and see how it really tastes. We got this pineapple right here. Let's put it right in the front. And we put some salsa on it, some green sauce, some red sauce. Should be pretty spicy. I like my things hot, so let's give it a go. It's just like a flavor bomb. There's some heat in there, some sweetness in there, really tender meat. There's a lot of flavor on the meat from it spinning and that slow heat coming out of the fire to really roast it over time. It's perfect. And I like how it has a double tortilla to hold it all together. What would be it?
It's cactus. It's very soft and maybe like a slight crunchy. It's really hard to describe. It's kind of like a really like if you roasted like a bell pepper. Kind of like that.
So the best part about having this cactus plant on the side with your tacos is that there's a lot of sweet and tanginess to it. So after eating some spicy sauce like I just did, my mouth was on fire, this really helps you cool down. So good.
Alright, next up I have the chorizo con queso taco. So chorizo is a spiced Mexican sausage. And let's try it out. You can can really taste those flavors just like in the al pastor. But it has like a different texture to it because it is ground up sausage. And the queso is perfect. It's streamy, fresh, good flavors.
All right, so I have the same thing as what she has is the chorizo con queso with the flour tortilla. It is double layered like the other ones because it holds it all together, which is great. We got some coriander, some cebolla, onion, salsa, green sauce, red sauce, spicy, everything good. And this queso actually looks like it's white queso. Usually I'm used to queso being a little on the yellow side, but let's give this a go here. Really oily, but really good. I mean, look, there's oil all over my hand here. You can see all the oil inside, but it really gives it a lot of flavor. The queso is really good too. Anything with a lot of cheese is good. This is much more of like a wet taco compared to the al pastor. The al pastor was more dry, and this is just like a little more sloppier, but it's really good. And I also did put some sauce on it and some other salsa with a little bit of, you know, tomato juice that was running on it, so that makes it a little more messy, but man, it's so good. All right, let's finish this last plate. So good.
Okay guys, so we just got done paying the bill at El Fogon. We just wanted to touch up on some things that, in case you wanted to know. That was one of 3 locations. So they have 2 other spots here in Playa del Carmen. The one that we went to is off of the corner of 30th Avenue and 32nd Street. There's 2 other locations. So the one that we went to, it doesn't open until about 5:45, 6 o'clock p.m. Get there as early as you can because by the time we left, almost every table was taken.
And as you go into the evening here, like later in the night, 9 p.m. and so 10 p.m., you'll see that there's actually a long line forming outside because a lot of people are getting it to go as all the tables are taken up. Sometimes at nighttime they'll have somebody come and perform, they'll sing, they'll play an instrument, and it's just very difficult to get a table sometimes.
It's very affordable. The prices range from 18 pesos to about 25 pesos, depending on if you want cheese with it or what kind of tortilla you get. There, you can get corn or you can get flour. Flour is a little more pricier, so we suggest the corn as it is a little more traditional.
So now we've made it back to our Airbnb where we are staying. It's just a 5-7 minute walk from El Fogon where we just were eating. And we figured we'd come back here to give a recap as it's much more quiet and the restaurant was a little noisy even outside with the main road. So now that we're here, let's recap the price of each taco that we had and the total cost and why people say it is a cheap place to get tacos and what we actually think about the tacos we had.
So I had 2 al pastor tacos. The al pastor tacos are about 18 pesos a piece. And then I also had a chorizo con queso, which are about 24 pesos a piece.
So I had 2 al pastor con queso, so 2 al pastor with cheese, and those each a piece were 22 pesos a piece. And I also had 2 chorizo con quesos, and those were 24 pesos a piece. So that brings a grand total for 7 tacos to a total of 152 pesos. Now that's pretty good for 7 tacos. So if you were to take those 7 tacos and divide that into 152, which is the total cost, that gives you a total cost of about 21.5 pesos for each taco. And for the people that are not here in Mexico and don't really understand Mexican pesos and the comparison of it to maybe the US dollar, 152 Mexican pesos is $7.65. So that's really good. It's about $1 US a taco, maybe a little bit more with some change. So the tacos at El Fogon are super affordable
and delicious,
and they definitely will not break your bank. So if you go onto Google Review and you look at their menu, you will see that there are different pictures of menus from, a few months ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, and even a few years ago. Now the prices for each taco is going to vary greatly because of the time of when they were selling those tacos. Now the price that we just gave you is the current price. Majority of the menus actually at the restaurant have a different price. They're about 1 peso cheaper, which is because they haven't updated it, and it's just more affordable for their business probably to not update them so frequently. And maybe in the off season or different times of the year, maybe the prices are a little different. Maybe they're cheaper, maybe they're a little bit more than they are now, but that's just the prices that we came across during this video.
All of the tacos at El Fogon are delicious. You won't be disappointed with whatever you pick, but personally, my favorite is gonna have to be just the plain al pastor taco with the corn tortilla.
And my favorite would probably be the al pastor taco, but with the queso. Now, if you're like a cheese fanatic like me, then you're probably gonna want your taco with cheese. To me, I just love to have cheese on any sort of taco I'm eating, and practically anything I'm eating that cheese can go on, I will try to put it on. So for me, it's the al pastor, just because that meat was so tender, it was so tasty, it's not too oily, and it really just hits that palate right. Now, the chorizo was good, but to me, it's just a little too oily. I just don't like tasting oily red meat like in tacos that you would sometimes get in America or even other places. But the chorizo tacos are really good, I will not lie.
I agree. For me, the reason why I like just the plain traditional al pastor, I just love like the simple ingredients and the very original taste of it. The al pastor is beautifully seasoned, beautifully cooked, with the fresh onion and the fresh cilantro and that sweet sliver of a pineapple that they put in it. You just can't beat it. It's just so good.
And also, now you may be coming here to eat some tacos and you're wondering, like, are they really that spicy? Because you said it was a little spicy. If you just get the tacos with or without the cheese and you don't put all the extra ingredients on it, they're not going to be spicy. They're going to be just perfect, so you will be able to handle it. The sauce and the salsa and all that additional stuff that comes on the side, that is for you to spice it up to the level you want. So if you come here to Playa del Carmen, we totally recommend you check out El Fogon. Any of their locations will probably be good, and you'll get probably about the same deal and the same quality, I would assume. Now, from what I've heard and I've seen in reviews and online, tacos are better in Mexico City, I guess where they originated from that area. But coming here to Playa del Carmen and spending some time in Mexico, if you're not from Mexico, you just have to have tacos. So give them a shot, see how you like it, and if you do go there, let us know in the comments, and we'd love to hear what you thought of the place, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it, and whether you thought it was affordable, or the service was great, or the service was bad. You know, there's a lot of reviews out there that are up and down, so definitely let us know. that's going to be a wrap on tonight's video. We just wanted to show you a place in Playa del Carmen where you can find affordable tacos that are actually very good. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment below and let us know if you've been there or what you thought about the video. And consider subscribing if you want to see our faces some more, as we will be posting more content soon here from Playa del Carmen and other countries coming later. We will catch you in the next video. Later. It's the porkish meat that's on the spinning thingy. I forget what you call it. Alright, so now we've made it back to our... Oh, I'm looking at the freaking screen.
Personally, my favorite would have to be just the paint.
Alright, so that's going to be a wrap on tonight's video. We just wanted to show you a place in Playa del Carmen. Alright.